Hi everybody, Seth Elger here with Community Kitchen, and thank you for joining us for another virtual brunch. I'm going to show you how to make toasted coconut panna cotta with a honeyed mango and ginger compote. Welcome to my personal kitchen, and stay tuned because we're going to make something very tasty that you can make ahead, which will make your brunch day a little more easy, less hectic for you. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to make is the mango compote, because this is something you can make in upwards of a week ahead of the event. So we can get it knocked out of the way early and really enjoy ourselves a little bit closer to the event. So I'm going to turn the camera here, show you. We're actually working with frozen mango because I didn't find any nice ones at the grocery store, and by nice I mean ripe. Frozen fruit is always cheaper, and most of the time is going to be a riper product if you don't find something that's ideal at the grocery store. I'm going to show you a couple of techniques here shortly because we do have some orange zest going into this product. We also have some minced ginger, and some people don't mess with fresh ginger at home very often. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to peel it where you don't waste a bunch of it. I'll be right back. All right, so first skill video here, I'm gonna show you this fresh ginger root. As you can see, the skin is very thin, and so if you take a vegetable peeler to it, you're gonna lose a lot of the root that you're paying for, and we don't wanna do that. So you actually take a spoon and you hold it backward with your thumb on the backside of the spoon, and you just scrape the skin away. And for this recipe, we don't need that much, so you don't need a huge knob of ginger. Probably something in the like 2-inch or so range of fresh ginger is going to work just fine. So I'm going to peel the rest of this. I'll get it minced up, and I'm going to add it to the rest of the items that are going to be going into our compote. The second item I want to show you is orange zest. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can do this with like a microplane zester. I'm going to show you the quick and easy way where you're not going to shear up your knuckles. We're just going to use a vegetable peeler. And with citrus, because they're wax treated, you do want to run them under some hot water. Make sure you get rid of your wax, if you're not buying organic, any pesticides, herbicides, anything like that could have been on there. But what we're going to do, we're just going to peel the very exterior of the flesh of the fruit. And if you can see here, there's not a whole lot of the white pith. We want to see those spots. We don't want a whole lot of the white from the fruit because that's where the bitterness comes from. We're just looking for the oils. And so that very thin layer is all we need. I'm gonna finish this up and we'll come back to show you how to pull the compote together. So this is the bowl with all my ingredients. We've got the cut up oranges. I've got my minced ginger. You can see the orange zest here underneath. Frozen mangoes, my honey, my lemon juice, my salt, everything in there ready to rock and roll. We're gonna put this on the stovetop and let it cook at a low simmer. Follow the directions from there, and we will check it out when it's ready. Last compote video here. Want to show you all this simmering away. Also wanted to let you know that as far as knife work goes, the only thing that really matters for this recipe is that you get the orange zest. If you're going to cut it by hand, cut nice and thin like I did, kind of like matchstick size. If you're going to use your microplane or a box grater, it won't matter. Also, like the oranges, they're going to break down and become part of the compote, as is the mango. So it doesn't matter how you cut those up, just that you have the right amount, and we'll be good from there. All right, so next we're pulling together our panna cotta, and we've got our toasted coconut here that I just pulled from the oven. I've got my milk, my heavy cream, and my coconut extract in here. In this bowl here, I have my sugar, my salt, and my gelatin all mixed up, ready to go. You want to mix your sugar and gelatin, your other dry ingredients together, so that the gelatin is not going to like clump on you when we go to pull this together. So anyway, first thing we're gonna do while this milk and cream is heating, we're gonna add the coconut to it. We're gonna bring it up to a simmer, and then we're gonna let it steep and infuse like you would for a tea for 15 minutes. And then we're gonna strain it to get all of this coconut out, because we will have gotten all that roasted flavor from it, and we don't want the texture in the final product. So I will follow back up with you in just a minute, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the nature of panna cotta and a little bit of the history. So as you can see, I've got my coconut steeping in here, the milk and cream. That's gonna sit for 15 minutes. And while that's going on, I've also got the compote cooking over here. You can see that the mango has already broken down pretty well. There's some pieces here and there, but it's starting to get kind of a marmalade consistency, which is what we're looking for. We want to cook this down until when you pull the spatula, you don't see juices like racing toward the trail that you've left behind. We want to make sure that our water content has been cooked down so we get the right consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, my sous chef, Penelope. Okay, so as promised, we're going to talk a little bit about the history and nature of panna cotta. Panna cotta is an eggless custard set with gelatin instead of egg yolk or egg whites. And it originates in the Piedmont region of Italy. There it's typically infused with either vanilla bean or coffee. Sometimes around the holidays you see it done with orange instead. But obviously with Tiki we got to do a little something different. And with the hurricanes that have hit through Madagascar and other vanilla producing regions across the world, it's made vanilla pretty expensive. And being we're all on a budget right now, we're just doing something a little bit different. Typically, you see panna cotta served up in something clear. You can use like small rocks glass. You can use the little mason jars, like the ornamental 8-ounce jelly jars and things like that. If you've got other glass dishes, you can go that route as well. You could even do this for a larger group with like a Pyrex or even like the glass Tupperware type items. You do typically want to show off the color of the custard, and when there's vanilla bean, it tends to all accumulate on the bottom, and so when someone can pick up the vessel and like see all the vanilla in there, like, you know, shows what's in there. But what you're gonna want to do this go around, whatever you're putting it in, you can put it in coffee cups. It's your brunch. I'm not gonna tell you how to do it. But you refrigerate the custard at least 8 hours. I would say give it a day or two. Really, like, this is something you can make ahead. It is not gonna hurt it any. So we're gonna make it ahead. We're gonna get it in the refrigerator, let it firm up, and then right before you serve it to your guests, you're gonna spoon some of the compote on top of it and give them a spoon and let them go at it. Enjoy. All right, so my sous chef Penny is in place. We're ready to do this, right, Penny? So we've got our ice bath here with a bowl set into it. Our custard mixture here has had the gelatin and sugar mixture added to it and cooked thoroughly to get that all dissolved. And I've got a chinois here, nice fine mesh metal sieve. I'm gonna pour the custard through here into this bowl on the ice bath, and it's gonna chill things down to room temperature. And then from there, we will pour this final mixture into glass containers and let it chill down and go from there. So I've chosen my wares. I'm going to use these coupe glasses, and you can see I've got some of my custard here in a trusty pouring measure that has a pour spout to it. This is important because we don't want to make a mess with the custard. So you're just going to pour into each one a little bit, and you'll go back across them all and level them out. And then this mixture is going to get each individually plastic wrapped and put into the refrigerator. And like I said, you need a full day, at least overnight. Give it some time. This is something you can make ahead, so why put yourself in a situation where you're rushing around for it? Just make it ahead and be done with it. Next time you see me, we'll be looking at the final product. and we'll go from there. Cheers.